In the infinite ocean of Allah's mercy, there lies a promise so profound, so powerful, that it can transform the very core of our existence. The divine verse, "Run shakartum la'azidannakum." If you are grateful, I will surely increase you. This verse is not just a reminder, it is a divine law, a sacred formula for abundance, peace, and fulfillment. In it, Allah, the most generous, teaches us that gratitude is not merely a feeling, it is a key that unlocks more blessings. When a believer thanks Allah for even the smallest of favors, a breath, a heartbeat, a smile, or a moment of peace, they open themselves to receiving more of His divine grace. Gratitude in the Islamic view is a form of worship, a reflection of deep faith, and a pathway to barakah in all aspects of life, in health, wealth, relationships, and above all, in the nearness to Allah. A story which will help to remember the verse "Run shakartum la'azidannakum." In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and whispering olive trees, there lived an old farmer named Yunus. His clothes were simple, his house small, and his income modest, but his heart overflowed with gratitude. Every morning Yunus would walk to his small piece of land, look up at the sky and whisper, "Alhamdulillah, for another chance to work, to breathe, and to remember you, O Allah." His neighbors often pitied him. They would say, "Yunus, you work harder than all of us, yet your harvest is so small. Why don't you complain? Why don't you ask for more?" But Yunus would smile and reply, "My Lord has given me enough. If I thank Him, He will give me more, not just in crops but in peace, in barakah, and in Jannah, insha'Allah." One year, the village faced a terrible drought. Crops withered, wells dried up, and families began to fear hunger. Yet every night, Yunus would light a small lamp in his home, and pray with tears of gratitude. He would say, "O Allah, you have given me hands to work, and a heart to thank. I trust in your promise. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you." Weeks passed. The village grew desperate. Then, one evening, thick clouds gathered over Yunus's land, and rain poured down like mercy from the heavens. The next morning, the villagers were stunned. Yunus's field was the only one that had survived. His soil was rich, his trees stood tall, and his wheat swayed golden in the breeze. He harvested far more than he ever had, enough to feed himself and share with every hungry family in the village. When asked how this miracle happened, Yunus simply said, "Allah does not break His promise. I thanked Him in dryness, and He increased me in rainfall. I thanked Him in hardship, and He blessed me in abundance." From that day, the villagers began to change. They no longer counted only what they lacked. They began each day with Alhamdulillah. Their hearts softened, their homes became warm with faith, and their lives filled with blessings, both seen and unseen. Allah never breaks His promise, and His words are more true than the rising of the sun and the setting of the stars. When He says, "If you are grateful, I will surely increase you," it is not a possibility, it is a divine certainty. Unlike the promises of this world, which are often forgotten or broken, Allah's promise is eternal, perfect, and wrapped in mercy. Even when life feels heavy, and blessings seem few, if we lift our hands in sincere shukr, we can trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is already preparing a greater ease. Gratitude is not just a means to increase what we have. It's a sign of belief that our Rabb hears us, sees us, and responds in ways we cannot always see immediately. So let the heart whisper Alhamdulillah in every condition, for the one we thank is the one who never fails, never forgets, and never breaks His word.